Welcome to Inspire. I'm your host, Pam Ross. Thanks for popping by. This is a life coaching series featuring a colleague, friend, and certified life coach whom I'll be interviewing. Racquel Simpson is a life, love, and confidence coach. She's spoken at women's events, business events, as well as been involved as a ministry leader. She comes with experience from having a degree in life sciences, as well as life experience from overcoming her own obstacles and coming out successful, which is why I'm excited for her to chat. Have you heard of Ambivert? Up until now, I have not. There's Introvert and Extrovert, and also there's Ambivert. Find out more on today's program.
The other thing that I find is it depends on your personality, whether you're an introvert, an ambivert, or an extrovert.
Ambivert? I thought there was intro and extro.
No.
What's the ambivert?
So there is actually a test that you can do online to see whether or not you're an ambivert. I myself am an ambivert, which essentially means that you have the best of both worlds.
This is what happens when you connect with life coaches. You learn things that you never heard of.
Yes. So
and tests.
Yeah, it's a great test. I've always told people before doing this test, prior to knowing that I'm an ambivert, I've always told people that I was an introvert. And people would laugh in my face and say, no, Racquel, you're an extrovert. And I'd say, no, I'm really not. And so I feel like this test has helped to settle the argument and settle the debate. So I get that in certain scenarios, I can very much behave more like an extrovert. And in other scenarios, I'm very much an introvert. I really enjoy me time. I enjoy just taking it easy, being around like 2 or 3 of my favorite people in the world and just vibing with them. And that's how I thrive. But I can just as easily be in front of a crowd of a few hundred or a few thousand people and still, deliver a speech or deliver a presentation and be okay with that. So definitely, if you're wondering whether or not you're an introvert or an extrovert or an ambivert, I highly recommend doing this test. Needs that you have, depending on your personality type. Okay. Now we know that during the quarantine, those who are more extroverted find isolation very, very difficult. Although necessary, it's difficult. If you are someone who is more extroverted, there are some creative ways that you can still interact with people.
You do have that 10-person rule.
Yes, this is recently changed in our province. In the province of Ontario, we can have up to 10 people in a group gathering as long as people are wearing masks and are socially distanced. So great. That's great news. That's great news.
It's good to know about the mask and physical distancing, that's still being implemented.
That still needs to be maintained, and still no hugging, unfortunately.
Okay.
If you live in a different household than the other person, then no hugging. But that being said,
you might have to kiss that goodbye for a while.
But that being said, there are some practical things that each personality type can do. If you're an extrovert, it may help to go for a walk. It may help to go, if you live with somebody, it may help to go for a walk with that individual. If you don't live with someone, it may help to go on a walk with someone as long as you're socially distanced from them.
I've learned how to do gardening this year more than any other year.
Yeah, it gives you the opportunity to be outside.
And it's been very therapeutic.
Absolutely.
And it's been an amazing summer in that respect.
Yes.
Yeah.
One thing I want to touch on is specifically for our friends who are introverted. Many introverts are loving quarantine, maybe a little too much. So for our introverted friends, my recommendation is
don't watch Netflix all day.
Don't. As much as you love being by yourself or me time, be intentional about engaging with people socially. Be intentional about, even if it means doing FaceTime or WhatsApp or Skype or Zoom, but have that connection with people.
And not binge watching Netflix connection.
Sometimes we can.
Okay, but sometimes not all the time.
Sometimes we can.
See, this is where the other...
Yeah, we need to be balanced, because I personally do, if it's a really good show or a really good series, I will do that myself. Okay. But I am very intentional as well of keeping in contact with people, of having those phone calls, video calls, whatever it takes.
Checking in on people.
Yeah, checking in on people and having them check in on me. And being honest about where I'm at. If I'm not having a good day, I say it. I want people around me to know where I'm at, how I'm doing, so that they can hold me accountable and check up on me.
That's awesome.
You know, and I think that's important, that no matter our personality types or where we fall on that spectrum in terms of our personality, it's so important that we find creative ways of meeting the needs that we have socially, while keeping safe and keeping ourselves safe and keeping others safe as well.
Well, there you have it. Self-discovery may be a new endeavor during this time, and if it is, there are online tools to find out more if you are indeed an ambivert.